One of my subscribers asked the question, what would it be like if you asked AI to write a song without any direction? So we're going to put it to the test. I've got 4 different platforms we're going to use. We're going to use LYRIA, we're going to use Producer AI, we're going to use Udio, Mureka, and Suno, and we're going to see what happens when this tool is prompted to write a song without any direction. So let's start off with LYRIA 3. Write me a song. And boom, let's see what it does. It doesn't object. It doesn't hit me back with any questions saying a song about what. It just gets busy and starts writing a song. Well, that's going to be interesting to see. Let's go to Mureka. We're going into easy mode, and we're just going to say, write me a song and create. Let's see if we get any pushback from the system. It seems to be writing the song without any direction. Just write me a song. All right, so that's LYRIA 3. Let's listen to what LYRIA 3 has done here.
It's kinda dumb. Another Tuesday in my head. All the shoulda beens I left unsaid. Wishing I could just log off instead. Logging off instead.
Well, that's the first one, no objection. He just starts writing any song, gobbledygook or not. So let's take a listen to what Mureka has done.
The blank page is a mirror in the morning light, staring back with the weight of the ink. The cursor blinks like a heartbeat in a quiet, waiting for the thoughts to settle and sink. I saw a man selling maps to nowhere, by the corner where the ghosts all meet. He had a pocket full of silver promises, and the dust of the world on his feet. Again, I am melody that breathes like a storm, words that bend the wire and keep the spirit warm. I am looking for the truth in a tangled line, searching for the fruit on the dying vine. Let the verses roll like a river out of bounds in the holy silence where the soul it is found. The clock on the wall is a hammer and bells where the shadows roll long and deep.
All right, that was Mureka, and honestly, it did sound pretty coherent, like, trying to make sense out of a nothing prompt. It's a little bit scary. Let's move on to Udio. In the same token for Udio, we're just going to type in, write me a song, and I'm just going to hit create. And what do you know? It seems like it just starts creating anything. It doesn't ask for additional direction. It doesn't challenge you. It just writes on anything. Bittersweet Embrace and Chasing Light. And I only played one of the Mureka options because it gave me 2 songs. I didn't even listen to both. Let's check out that second one while this cooks.
The blank page is a mirror in the morning light, staring back with the weight of the ink. The cursor blinks like a heartbeat in the quiet, waiting for the thoughts to settle and sink. I saw a man selling maps to nowhere.
Absolutely crazy. Oh no, where are we going with AI? It's crazy. But I didn't expect it to object, because some people might be in a low mood and just want a song about anything. All right, let's go back to Udio. Okay, so this is the first one from Udio. It's called Bittersweet Embrace. Let's listen.
shadows where we dwell. We chase the light, we fell with laughter that we share, and memories in the air. In this bittersweet embrace, we'll find our way through space.
Every whisper in the night, dancing shadows holding tight, echoes of a dream's delight, searching for the spark somehow. Who we are, chasing light through the dark.
That is absolutely crazy that it was given nothing but write me a song. All right, let's move into, there's another one. Let's try Tuni. All right, jumping straight into Tuni, put in our usual prompt in there, write me a song. Hit start cooking or enter. Now, if I can predict, Tuni might be the only one that asked me to take another step. So Tuni says, which of these do you want? Tuni so far is the only tool that has required an additional human step. Quite interesting. All right, let's go ahead and let's just say all of the above. I've got credits to burn anyway, we might as well. I haven't been in Tuni for a very long time, so let's see what Tuni's gonna do. This feature that you see in Tuni going back and forth is very similar to Producer AI. So it's taken the liberties and written these lyrics, it's displayed the lyrics, and it shows you what is going on as it goes through the process. This is one of the things that's quite commendable about Tuni. It does have a process that requires a little bit more participation and interaction, even if it's just a second step in the process. So let's wait and see what it does. So if we go a step back, let me just explain what's going on here. So it asked me, do you want an upbeat pop anthem, a soulful acoustic ballad, or an energetic rock groove? Bear in mind, I did not give it the lyrics. It just wrote the lyrics randomly. It didn't even ask me, do you want lyrics about X, Y, or Z? It just wrote the lyrics. So, shoes kicked off by the door. Street lights painting stripes on the floor. So, it just wrote whatever it felt like. Let's give it a few more seconds. It's got 3 sets, and I'll just go through them very quick so that you can decide the outcome of this experiment.
Shoes kicked off by the door, streetlights painting stripes on the floor. She turns the dial past midnight noise, finds a rhythm that feels like choice. No one's watching but the glass. She lets the static fade to brass. Spin it loud, let the ceiling shake. Every move's a breath. Shoes kicked off by the door. Streetlights painting stripes on the floor. She turns her dial past midnight noise.
Winter coat still hangs by the door, dust collecting on the floor. Reached inside for gloves today, felt something soft in my way. winter coat still hangs by.
That is Tuni for you. Let's move on to Producer AI. As usual, we will paste our standard write me a song and we'll hit enter. And let's see what Producer AI does. It immediately goes into sound. And yeah, it doesn't ask you to do anything else other than. And to be quite honest, I don't know how I feel about this. I feel a responsible design would be to challenge, at least like Tuni did, just a little bit, just push back and don't write until, all right, let's listen to this. Seems like it's ready. All right, next. It's asking if we should put lyrics to it. All in all, not bad. I just wish there would be some further challenge to ask the prompter, the person putting the prompt, to at least choose, what you want. Let there be at least a human step, for ethical reasons. It's like you just ask a computer, make me a game. I don't think your GPTs are just going to make you any old game. I've not tried that, but I think it would push back and ask for more ingredients. And I think that's really what some of these music companies should do, these AI music firms. They should ethically, put up some sort of interactivity. Otherwise, it becomes a joke. But anyway, let's move on. This is the final. And we are going into Suno. We're going to type in that prompt, write me a song. We're going to hit create. And let's see what Suno does. Okay, so this is in simple mode. We're not in advanced mode, so let's see what happens. Oh, well, it already went off to the races and started writing a song called Coffee at Midnight. Okay. Well, it didn't offer much of a pushback. It just got busy, and this is what it's done. Let's listen.
We were counting coins on your kitchen floor, take out on the counter, bills pinned to the door. You laughed through the worry, said it's all gonna land. Chill blue mug in your left, my heart in your right hand. Coffee at midnight, you in that old sweatshirt, saying we'll be alright, even if it still hurts. We don't have answers, we got this tiny line. You and me and cheap dreams and coffee at midnight. We were counting coins on your kitchen floor, take out on the counter, bills pinned to the door. You laugh through the worries.
All right. So, my friends, we've gone over 6 different tools, and only one tool out of all of them asks for a second step. What this indicates is that the future might have the ability to give the AI tool a monster master prompt to just keep churning out music and releasing it. I'm against that. I'm not for that. But at the same time, it's not breaking the law. And as long as music companies continue to allow it to be easy to just write a song about anything at any time, can you imagine if you actually put all of these agents on a schedule? I don't know. I don't know how you feel about this. For me, I don't feel good about it. This is one part that I think needs a little bit more governance, for lack of a better word. I wouldn't say regulation because that would be overreaching, but I think just ethically speaking, all these tools should have some sort of safeguard to not make it too easy. We don't want to cheapen what we get out of the tool. I think some folks will say, Phil, it's already too late, because I know the anti-AI crowd, they believe that this is exactly what we're talking about. I know that's what they're going to say. But again, you could buy a box of loops, not even talking about AI, and you can just drag the loops on the timeline randomly, and at least you'd have to drag the loops. But you can still make a whole lot of human slop with loops and with other ingredients, with MIDI, not giving it a whole lot of thought, but at least there would be some sort of human intervention, for lack of a better word. With AI, it does get complicated pretty quick. And it will get to the point where you don't know if there was a human in the loop or not. Like, look at what I just did. I write me a song. That's almost as bad as a human being out of the loop. So these are some of the concerns I have. I don't know if you've gone to the Phil C website where I share my taxonomy. And in my taxonomy, I share that you have like 9 levels. You could break them down into more, but level 7 is whole, human out of the loop. And it's like the human out of the loop mode creates what it wants when it wants, and it just spits it out. And I don't think that's a very good mode to be in. We have other levels where there's human involvement. Levels 0 is no AI use. Level 1 is using it for admin. Level 2 is using it to spark ideas. Level 3 is using it for mixing and mastering, not the creative process, but the mixing and mastering, which you could say is creative. But I mean, the song itself, the elements of the song, the rhythm, the melody, the harmony, you're not using AI for that at level 3. You're only using it for the sonic sculpt. And then we have level 4, which is becoming like a equal partner, bringing AI in to do some stuff and you do some stuff. And you pretty much still maintain the lead role of the singer or the performer, and AI comes alongside you. Then we get to level 5, which is really more like a 50-50, where there's more AI in the mix. At level 4, you could have AI more in a background capacity, background vocals, background instrumentation, but not a lead role. But in level 5, the AI begins to have more of a lead role. And then in level 6, the human is not in a lead performing role. The human is really more like prompting the tool. And then level 7 is human out of the loop. And level 8 is the ambidextrous mindset. Depending on the nature of music, you feel a ways about it. So I'm curious to know what you feel about what we just did today. It's a little bit unsettling, but it is what it is. Let me know what you think about it. Should there be safeguards in these tools to prevent people from doing what I just did? Or is there nothing we can do about it and just let it be a free for all? If that's how you want to prompt and do your music, and create your music that way. Let me know what you think. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.